Good afternoon, everybody. It seems a very, very long time since I was with you. Now, looking at this weekly chart of the FTSE, what you can see is that we rejected the 7,800 times, so many times. I mean, we just couldn't break above it. We couldn't break above it here. We did break this, but I mean, this was so unusual, and we didn't break it again. Now, the problem is, if you look and you see that FTSE actually took out the yearly opening price, but I remember that day, and when we go into the daily chart, I'll show you even more, because it really was just a whip up and straight back down again. Now, on the summer holidays that we've been seeing, so you go back to where was I there? Okay, so that was me gone. But you see there where you just couldn't break above it, and I did put onto the group, you sell up to 7,800 with a stop above 7,835. Now obviously, look, we've come down 400 points, and that week isn't looking too brilliant. Now, if we look at the closing price of the week, which was 74.42, and you look at the closing moving average of the 55 period moving average for that week is 74.76. You know, we sustained last week a really bearish week on the FTSE. But what we'll do is we'll take a look at the daily chart. If I'm looking at I'm obviously going to put these on for you, but the weekly pivot on FTSE this week is 74.99. The daily pivot is 74.56. So let's see where we can go from here if we look at the daily chart. So what we see here is a clear picture of the fact that the FTSE doesn't want to break through 7,800. Now, the important thing is that the FTSE crossed around about 75.60. And if we look, can we tie any levels in that, around that 75.60? The only one I've got really is the R1 on the weekly, which is 75.81. Now, if we look at what it's done since then, you can see, look, it came down to the 55-day moving average. It went back up, but it could not break across this 9 and 21 day area. And once that failed, the writing was on the wall, and you've had 4 days, or the last week, of it shanking. Now, we are in holiday mode. Last week was probably the busiest week for holidays, and people are now getting back, and they'll be getting back this week, next week. Probably won't see a lot of action at the beginning of this week, but it's just, you know, to bear in mind where this thing can go. I look at it and I say, well, do you know what? If we look at where the 55 day is, and that is at 76.28, we close at 74.42. You know, that's a real good rejection of some quite significant support area. I'll have a look at some fibs for you, but I don't want to drag on and on and on, but I'll just quickly put the fibs on. So what I've done is I've taken it obviously from that point to that point there, that day that should not have happened. And you can see that we've gone through the 23.6, we've gone through the 38.2, we've now got the 50%, and that's coming in at 73.80. Again, can we marry that up with anything? And we can. Okay, if you look at the weekly S2, that's coming in at the daily S2, that's coming in at 73.65. Okay, the S1 on the weekly is at 73.60. So that 73.80, 73.60 is going to be really, really critical to the session as the beginning of the week unfolds. Okay, I think I've bored you all enough now with that. Good luck. I'll catch you Monday.